got pushed out my 9 to 5. Am I Neo? Am I Neo? Did I escape? New to channel, subscribe. Yeah, y'all. I post Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays, 3 days a week. We ain't missing no days off. I didn't think that older people perform this way, especially towards younger people in work environments. Maybe I've been living under a rock, tell me if I am, but I never really had an experience like this when it was people old enough to be my grandparents' age and on some bullshit. And I expected it for people my age because I know how they be. Because I was like, nah, there's no way this granny over here playing like there's no way. Not granny, not auntie, no! I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it until it was like, damn, they all out for me. And bro, I swear to God, on my soul, I only said good morning. If they asked a question regarding work, of course I get it done. That's my job. That's what I came to do. For a good 2 weeks, I just didn't wrap my head around why did they choose me? What made me special? Out of all the people in that office that they had to team up and do their big one. Like, what did I do to make them team up and want to do their big one? Like, I didn't understand that. Of course, I had other ways of making money. You know, if I'm saying I'm from New York, I'm a hustler for real. I had no choice. I don't know if they thought that their rejection was going to make me chase after them, or do they want it. I'll explain something to y'all if y'all watching, which I'm pretty sure you are because you know my socials. We're going to get into that. I was rejected by my mother. My mother is a part of a coven, a cult. She tried to sacrifice me multiple times. And it didn't work. Because I know her. She's not that intelligent as she thinks she is. With that being said, if I accepted the rejection from my family, if I accepted the rejection from the lady that brought me into this world, what makes you think I'm gonna chase after you? And I don't know you from a hole in the wall. That doesn't make sense, right? And I know y'all probably didn't know that, and I know y'all sent one of y'all ones to get information, but I knew she was up to no good. Why do you think I lied to her face? Let me start from the beginning. I worked at a new job, whatever. I was in the corner by myself. I wasn't in the cubicles or in the section with everybody else. I didn't realize everyone felt the way about that. I realized that after the fact, after I'd been there for over a year, that people feel some type of way. People that I never even spoke to knew about me and my social medias when I never gave anyone at that job any of my social medias. How do they find me? Especially if none of my accounts is in my name. For a long time, I thought the safe route was the answer. You know, go to work, go to school, go to college, get your degree, find a nice career, one with benefits, a pension, a 401k, you know, stuff like that. I thought I was doing the right thing. I got a job, I'm gonna be professional, if I stay out the way, I don't be in nobody's face, and I do my work, hopefully everything will be good. Wrong. One of the first things I noticed, when a lot of people would just walk around the office, standing at other people's cubicles, talking about what's going on in current events. And no funny shit, whatever floats your boat, my heart, I didn't care. It had nothing to do with me. What I started to realize over time is people slowly realizing my presence, you know, staring at me. I was working, let's say this is my office, my computer's right here. My back is turned, and you know how you feel somebody just staring at you? I look. Every time I look, it's somebody new. Oh, hi, how you doing? I didn't come for that. I came to do a job. I want to do my job and go home, do my business. I don't want to be everyone's bestie. I didn't come for that. Besides, not even that, I know my energy. Y'all was never going to like me anyway. Why try? Let's not do that. You help or anything, you need some work, you need someone to help you, I got you, send it over. They had a problem with that. They found my social media. I don't know how they found my social media, but they did. And you know how I know they did? They started looking at the things I repost, and the next day at work, let's say they see I'm there, they'll go to the cubicle closest to me and start a loud conversation where everyone in the whole office could hear, opposing things I reposted on my TikTok that I agreed with. I peeped it, I'm like, oh, they want my attention. It was one time, one of the co-workers, he was a male, I asked him to help me with something, because I thought he was cool. I was like, oh, I like him, he seemed nice. You know, I didn't think anything of it. And I asked him for this ring light right here. I said, oh, can you put the thing in the ring light so I could, the one you could screw it on the tripod? He said, oh, it's for makeup? I posted a video on my TikTok basically explaining why I haven't been doing my makeup and how I'm waiting for my vanity to come in. It clicked to me, oh, so he knows. I know men don't know much, but that was when I knew they was all. And not only that, I was being accused of things. I was being watched. Confirmation. Yeah. Then, one day I sat down, it was early in the morning, literally just got in, put my stuff away. Some lady and one of the other computer guys was walking past and she was laughing. You know, chosen one. There's no way she could be a chosen one. And I swear to God, on everything I love, this lady had to be in her 40s and 50s, worried about a 20-something-year-old woman getting out the mud with no support, no help from nobody, not asking for a handout. I stopped my bag. You think you're gonna be blessed? Somebody evil out of me from my back. Tell you what, I see her with her shortcut, staring in my back, staring with the evil eye, and then she tried to switch it up like I ain't see it. Bitch, I saw you. I kept it pushing. I didn't care because growing up, they're not the first ones. Like I told everyone, my mother and my family did it to me before anyone else could. I know the signs. And I saw the signs. And I played it cool because once again, I wasn't around them. They would come to me with the bullshit. They come to me with the bullshit. That's when I knew, oh, I'm real life Neo. Cause I was confused. Like, I thought I was doing my job. Like, they tried to move my seat closer to the woman that became obsessed with me and started doing black magic at me because she thought I was messing with the guy that I asked to help with the light that kind of exposed everything. I never did. Even though they know I didn't do it, they're still mad at something. I don't know what they're mad. I guess they thought that with their mean treatment and them treating me some type of way that I was going to kiss their ass or try to want to be a part of their group. That would never happen. I'm an only child, and only that I've been dealing with this since I came out. I guess they're realizing that now. It just made me realize how even when you leave high school, these workforces still a social hierarchy. People in their old age behaving like disgruntled teenagers, vying for attention of the popular kids, doing anything for their approval, anything to sit at the table, selling their souls to sit at that table. And in me, here I come, shining a light on the bullshit. Unknowingly, because I didn't mean to, I just wanted to do a job. Like I said, you see my degree right here, I just wanted to do my job. I just wanted to take care of my daughter. But instead, I got met with resistance. Instead, I got met with unwarranted hate. Instead, I got met with setups they thought I couldn't see when I saw them at the door. Needless to say, I didn't feel uncomfortable because I know my hands work. And none of these hoes scheme me in the spiritual realm. So I didn't feel uncomfortable. I'm just not dumb enough to put up with a setup. They tried, remember the one I told you who thought I was messing with the guy that exposed them? Well, they tried to sit me literally right by her because I sat all the way by the front by the door. I wasn't, like I said before, I wasn't close to anyone. They tried to put me close to the person that was the leader of the smear campaign. That what sense does I make? And the crazy part is all of this was reported. I first reported her to my manager at the time because I'm like, can see me putting hands on her. And I already know she's white Spaniard. I'm a black woman. I already know whose side they're gonna be on. So let me have my receipts. Just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. One switched, and I could feel it. They didn't have to say anything. I already knew. I was just drained because I didn't know, like, damn. I think one of the hardest parts of leaving a situation like that is because I work so hard for my degree. I want to help kids. I want to help people. It's not even the fact that it's the job itself. It's other people. A lot of these managers and supervisors work out of ego. Whoever kissed the most ass gets the most privileges. It shouldn't be like that. It should be based on work. It shouldn't be based on who licked whose ass the right way, you know? That's weird to me. Crazy because recently after I left the job, after they made it clear that I couldn't transfer the manager, my own boss, he randomly, I was sitting at my desk, he started taking pictures. He's like, oh, you're gonna move your desk and put it in the request, you should be moving 2-3 days. I'm like, why? So why am I moving a seat when we're gonna all move anyway? I was very deeply discriminated against. He didn't even give me a real reason why until I started saying, yeah, I'm not moving. Well, I spoke to my manager, which I did, and I said no to paperwork. And he said, since we're moving locations anyway, why are we moving? Just wait. He said, okay. Next week comes, I get called into office for an emergency meeting. No emails about the meeting or anything. Okay. I go in this meeting. He tells me, commissioner said, my seat needs to be moved because everyone needs to sit in their unit, by their unit. Okay, whatever. But I told them the reason why I didn't feel comfortable. I told them before, because remember, I had reports to my manager and we had a meeting about this bitch being weird to me. This issue was reported. Why are you moving me towards the issue I reported months ago? The commissioner told me not to cut my nose off to spite my face. Go where I told you to go and take the abuse. I mentioned briefly something about a transfer. I said, oh, a transfer, that's possible? Okay, I'll look into it. She immediately got mad and fucked up and she was upset. You know how when someone says something they know they're not supposed to say and they try to cover up? Oh, well, you need to do that. Let me show you the seat. Let me show you. You made it sure it was an option. You said it was an option. So, okay, I don't want to be around y'all anyway. I don't like me anyway. I made that very clear. Let me go transfer. They did every excuse in the book to not approve that transfer. They made every excuse in the book to not transfer me. The manager of the place they were going to put me agreed to let me go there. Agreed that they had the spot extra for me. They just needed the okay from the same commissioner that told me, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. Of course she didn't approve. She was in on it. They had a setup for me. They wanted me to get mad. They wanted me and this girl to get into it, but I'm not getting into it over a female that's one, not on my level, two, not as intelligent as me, and three, not even sharing penis with me. No, I'm not arguing with you. You're obsessed. What else can I say? Either way, I already made up my mind. I'm not fucking going. If I gotta leave, I gotta leave. But best believe I left with a bang. And there's so many other people that they did this to, you know, in these toxic workplaces, they all use each other. So I already know they was still trying to target my energy, trying to see what I'm doing, my next move. I will never tell you. Also because of the way I look. That's discrimination. Being judged or treated unfairly based on something that you cannot change. I was discriminated against. I left. I know the impact. I know who I am. I thank God every day for my discernment. And I'm saying this story is because I hope a lot of y'all that's only got jobs dealing with this type of abuse, I hope this story gives you the courage to leave. Like, this is a part of the system too. They raise rent, they raise bills, and then they don't raise pay, so it makes it impossible for you to leave the same thing that's draining you. I came there to work, to put food on the table and take care of my daughter. This whole situation with them hating me and trying to set me up, it literally pushed me into my content creation. It pushed me because I realized, yeah, this is everywhere I go. It's not only this job that it's happened to. I can't coexist with y'all bitches. I can't work a normal job. Y'all won't allow me. Even the commissioner said, this isn't about your work. I begged her. I said, listen, I'll just keep me where I'm at until we move. I'll do more work. Just send it over. This isn't about work. So what is it about? What is it about if it's not about work? And that's where they fucked up. Honestly, I made a decision. I'm not exactly sure where this path gonna lead me, like I said. But I wanna look back on this video and realize the moment everything changed. So welcome to my new beginning, bitches. Don't let nobody, like I said, have that power over your life. Don't let nobody feel like they could just play with your life like a puppet on a string. The only person that has that ability is the Most High. And did I mention they even pay me good? If I can escape the rat race, if I can escape the toxic 9 to 5, you can do. Be Neo. I'm Neo. I hope I open somebody's eyes, because a lot of people in that office, not just me, been dealing with abuse. And they've been such a pack, you know, to it. It's very disgusting. I hope this video finds you, and I hope it gains you some insight on how to get a fucking backbone. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, comment below on what you think. Subscribe to my channel. Everything's in the bio, of course. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed, stay safe, and most importantly, keep your head on a swivel. Your co-workers aren't your friends. They'll be the main ones to get you.